what is up? We are now back from our Pokemon Crystal. It's been a while since we've done a part, so we're going to jump right back into this. Last time we were here, we defeated Whitney, and now Mike is going to be getting the heck out of Goldenrod City and on to Ecrutek City.
Alright, there we go. As you can see, I'm showing off my Alakazam here. Now, as I mentioned from a couple of parts or so ago, I wanted to have an Alakazam on my team, but because I was using Visual Boy Advance at the time, I can't trade with myself because it's a Game Boy Color game. You can only trade with yourself if you're using Game Boy Advance games. You know, we open up the same emulator on two different windows, and you kind of link one together. One's a server, the other one's a client to trade with yourself. I can't do that there, so I had to resort to a different emulator that I'm using for the rest of this session, called TGB Duel. It's basically a Game Boy emulator that allows you to trade with yourself, regardless if you're playing red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal.
Nice.
So because of that, now I have an Alakazam.
Nice. One of the most powerful special attackers in the game. Okay, so this guy right here, he asks you to make a delivery for him. He wants you to go and make a delivery for his friend out just outside Violet City. And he also makes mention of a very strange tree that we are going to be encountering in a couple minutes. So, moving on right now.
It's the wiggly tree that you can encounter actually if you go left of Violet City towards the Ruin of Elves.
Yeah.
So you can encounter that early if you wish. Now, normally I shouldn't have to fight this trainer because I took the shortcut. But if you are coming from the national park, you would have to fight him.
Yeah, because he's technically an unavoidable trainer, so you've got a couple of options. Whether you want to fight this guy or not is completely up to you.
But he will be rocking some psychic types. So if you have a strong physical attack or good special defense, have at it. But just watch out for Flash.
Yeah, because Flash is just extremely annoying. Unless, of course, you are Mike and have Swift on your Spearow, which never misses. So screw that accuracy drop.
Yeah, Swift. This is why I'm keeping Swift on the Spearow pretty early, because 60 base power is nothing to scoff at this point in the game, and having perfect accuracy also helps.
Yes, does not help. Does pretty good for you. So anyway, Sword and Shield just came out recently. Well, not recently, but the update came out. I cannot talk right now.
Yeah, I would say not the game. I would say.
Yeah, that went awesome though. Wishful thinking on my part.
Okay, I guess I'll briefly talk about some positive and negative about at least impressions so far. I can't say anything about the game itself exactly. Positive impressions, I do like environments that are a little bit more polished. I think the new in-game models are pretty cool. The Dynamax system, where I think the Pokemon grows in size. That at one time, I'm guessing it's supposed to replace Z moves,
or in Mega Evolution, since those are apparently not going back into the game.
Z moves, I guess it's understandable because it's like a Gen 7 exclusive technique where you give a Pokemon a Z crit so they can do the super move. But then the Mega Evolutions, which is I find to be a bit jarring because, you know, what if I want to use a Mega Garchomp? What if I want to use a Mega Gardevoir?
Mega Lucario in my case, because I love that thing to death.
You know, I think Mega Evolution, you know, it gives Pokemon some decently new designs that some of which looks pretty cool. I think I'll name a couple that looks pretty butt ugly, but
yeah. And then of course now, crap like Beedrill is now pretty much gonna be completely worthless if it gets into Sword and Shield because now Mega Beedrill is not a thing, which really sucks because I actually like Mega Beedrill. Thank you.
Well, okay. I mean, those I think some of us can live without, depending on the person. But I think the biggest controversy they're facing right now is no national dex. It's gonna be just Galar region only. Which, okay. Well, before I get more into that, this is the NPC you want to talk to in case you want to get a Firestone. And a Firestone is good if you want to evolve even to a Flareon. I don't know why you would. Turn Vulpix into a
Ninetales and Growlithe into Arcanine.
Right, correct. Okay. Galadex only would be fine for in-game because you're getting used to the new Pokemon and whatnot. I mean, that's like part of the norm when it comes to enter a new generation for the first time.
Which I'm completely fine with, but it's the fact that they pretty much said we have no plans at this time, even in the post-game, to include a national dex.
Which there was a response video from, I think, Soap Sector. He posted a video about one of the devs' response to that, saying that they decided wanted to give new Pokemon to create a more of a chance because then. Well,
interrupting that briefly, Spearow is actually evolving into Fearow.
Fearow for a glass can bird Pokemon can actually get the job done. It may not be the best bird Pokemon there is out there. I think Dodrio is a little bit better, but I can't go wrong with Fearow for early flyer to have on your team for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
What else was I gonna say? I feel that not making any plan, at least for the moment, anyways, to include a national dex is gonna
piss a lot of people off. Like it's pissed me off.
Well, the Japanese audience apparently is also not into that decision either, and which is interesting because the Japanese audience are normally not that vocal because they don't want to start conflict, but when it comes to a franchise that they're passionate about, they will
do that.
They will address it, yeah. But anyways, the girl I talked to, she mentions that she went to the flower shop and that her sister had the squirt bottle. Now, we did interact with the wiggly tree earlier, but we can't do anything about it right now. So, because of that, and we did defeat Whitney in the previous video, as Danielle mentioned, we have to visit the
flower shop once again. And I believe you have to talk to both the girl up there and her sister in order to get the squirt bottle.
Right, correct. I believe in Gold and Silver,
you got the squirt bottle, like, right then and there, but I believe in Crystal, you have to take this little extra step.
Which I guess is supposed to kind of separate stuff from Gold and Silver, because there are a couple extra things you do in Crystal.
Yeah.
Like, there's some, like there's some events you can do during night or a certain part of the day. Like, for example, in Mount, I believe it applies to Gold and Silver as well, don't quote me on it, though. Anyways, it's a squirt bottle. Every Monday night, if you see a Clefairy dance on Mount Moon, you get a Moonstone.
Okay, didn't actually know that. So yeah, anyways, as I've said, I've pretty much said what I want to say about Sword and Shield, except I think for me, the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee series, I get that they wanted to introduce, kind of give like you a glimpse into how Pokemon look on a main console, but I kind of feel like Gen 1 has already been overdone quite a bit, and I feel like it could have done without.
Well, okay. Well, we got the original Gen 1 in 96 Japan, 98 for everyone else in America. Then we got, and then we got Kanto and Johto here in Gen 2 Crystal. We got Gen 1 callbacks from Gen 3, which we've already gotten to in our Emerald playthrough so far, and believe me, I will be calling out some more Gen 1 callbacks as we go along the playthrough, which is why I did stop playing Pokemon by Gen 3. Gen 4...
then we had Fire Red and Leaf Green for Gen 3 as well.
Yeah. Fire Red and Leaf Green. That's basically what would have looked like on a Game Boy Advance, which is good because they actually added some post-game content, you know, like the Seven Islands.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll get back to that soon. Sudowoodo right here. It's a really defensive rock type. It's not that bad for, like, a pure rock type. It's got really good defenses, decent attack, but really nothing else to really separate itself.
Well, no one would really use Sudowoodo on a serious team because, you know, it's Sudowoodo.
Yeah.
But if you are looking for rock types or some Pokemon that can actually use Rock Slide, Sudowoodo can actually pass that down to a number of Pokemon. I know it can pass down to the Geodude Onix line. I believe it can teach Charmander Rock Slide. Don't quote me on it.
Something like that, I believe. Yeah.
But it would be a good move. It would be a good breed machine. Maybe not the equivalent of Ditto breed machine, but still.
Yeah. So yeah, Sword and Shield, back to that. Yeah, I just kind of feel like with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it was kind of more unnecessary filler. And for me, I think like the development spent on Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I think could have been, if Sword and Shield was already in development, I kind of feel like they could have dedicated themselves completely to Sword and Shield. And just kind of, because we already have, Ultra Sun and Moon was still pretty popular when Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were released, at least from what I understand. So I think fans would have been okay with just dealing with Ultra Sun and Moon and just waiting straight up for Gen 8.
Well, I think, you also gotta remember too, Game Freak does have separate teams. You know what I mean? It wasn't just Pokemon Sword and Shield they were working on. They were also working on I think it's an RPG simulator or something like that called Town.
Yeah.
So they do have separate development teams working on separate projects, not just Pokemon. So I can see where the development cycle might have taken some things different direction. But also, let's not forget, Game Freak. There was another rumor too. I've heard that Game Freak needed more time to import all the Pokemon, but Nintendo, I believe, made it clear that they were gonna go with a just a Galar only Dex for Gen 8.
Yeah. Hyper Potion right there.
Yeah, Hyper Potion. They can restore 200 health. I did not cut out this trip to the Pokemon Center, but that's okay because it's a pretty short trip anyways. I'm not terribly worried about that. But yes, up until Gen 7, Hyper Potion can heal for 200, I think?
Yes. And now from Gen 7 and possibly Gen 8, we don't know this yet, now it restores only 120 HP, which I believe from what people have been saying, it's to ensure that you emphasize more on full restores and max potions.
Well, I mean, people buy full restores anyway, but I can understand why Hyper Potion... Well, here's the thing. Max potions cost way more than Hyper Potions.
Yes.
And at best, you're not gonna... And at best, your in-game team by Elite Four and a Champion, you're not gonna have Pokemon that's gonna have well over 200 health.
Unless you have a Chansey.
Well, I guess. I suppose so, sure. But aside from that, I just think that yeah, because Hyper Potion was a sure way to save money.
Yeah.
Well, at least in Gen 2, I tend to save on Moo Milks because I'm not gonna have any Pokemon that have HP well over 150.
Yeah. Yeah. So deal with. I can't talk.
You're just so flustered of no national deck.
Yes. What I'm trying to say is, deal with the Hyper Potions the way you see fit. If you want to continue buying them, go for it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. There we go.
Okay, finally, you can finally get that out of your system.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Anyways, the guy got the TM from Nightmare.
Yes, Nightmare. It basically continues to cut the Pokemon's HP down while it's asleep, so you can use it in conjunction with Hypnosis and Sleep Powder.
Okay, is a Pokemon that can learn Sleep Powder and Nightmare?
Butterfree.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Of all the Pokemon that can pull off that combo, Butterfree can do it.
Butterfree. Oh my god.
But then again, if you want to use Hypnosis Gengar in Nightmare...
That actually would make me more plausible because Gengar is a ghost. Butterfree making nightmares doesn't compute in my brain.
I guess, I guess the best way to answer what determines move compatibility for Pokemon, my best answer, wherever they decide.
Yep. Okay. Yep. That actually makes sense.
I mean, if they want to make a Butterfly that'll give people nightmares with the move Nightmare, then fine, do it.
Go for it. All right. Anyways, you're teaching Double Kick here. You're getting rid of Double Kick for Rock Smash, I think, for your.
For my Nidorino, yes. The reason being is because, here's the thing. I know Double Kick hits twice. That's an okay option, but it's not a great fighting type move regardless. At the very least, with Rock Smash, it accomplishes a couple of things for me. Number one, I can actually get rid of... I know it's going to be limited to, I believe, Dark Cave and I think Mount Mortar. I don't remember Mount Mortar too well. I know you are going to need Waterfall, though, for sure.
Yes.
Surf and Waterfall, definitely. You are going to need those. I don't know if you need Rock Smash for it though, but it will help me explore Dark Cave a little bit more comfortably. Number one.
Yes.
Number two, at least for a move to having a 1 in 2 chance of lowering their physical defense, I can at least soften up that said Pokemon and let's say something like Earthquake, for example, to just knock it out.
Yeah. Even though Earthquake really doesn't need much help, but all right. I can see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
And just briefly back on the Sword and Shield thing, the fact that it kind of makes Pokemon Home useless because they said, oh, all of your Pokemon have made a lot of memories, and now they're pretty much saying, nope, not all of them are going to make it. So what's the point of Pokemon Home then?
I mean, there has to be some point to it. I mean, I don't know if maybe you can battle in Pokemon Home. I mean, how much detail did they go into about it exactly?
I don't remember off the top of my head, honestly.
Because
yeah.
I think that okay, if they're not, yeah, this train if I think I skip here, yeah.
Yep.
Here's the thing: if they're not going to update it whatsoever, right? Then at least have Pokemon Home be a service where you could battle your friend online with whatever Pokemon you have stored there, whether you want to make your own little dream team or something, with items attached and all that stuff that you brought over from, regardless if it's X and Y or Sun and Moon or what have you. Or if they are gonna have to do a patch, which I have a feeling because of the
outrage, they will. Yes.
I must now. Doesn't mean they're gonna do it anytime soon. Probably not.
All right. We are now in Ecrutek, so we will go more into the details of what we're doing here later. See ya.